Clothes, furnishings. Okay, I guess I can go ahead and turn on the light in here so people can see me. All right, this is my new home. My new home in my workplace. At least I'm not sleeping out on the street anymore. Oh, this is me. Still trying to make it out. Still just another boy from the ghetto. From the suburbs, really. But it's so much in my life. I break down sometimes cause I'm deep in the struggle. Everyone has pain, every joy has pain. Oh, hang on and back again. From the streets to the stage of fireworks, back to the blessings and love of the hood. I'm just a boy trying to make a way. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. When more people get in the chat, I'm gonna show y'all a quick look around. Well, actually, I can do that now. It's not much to see, for real. This is all I could afford. I put my deposit down, and this is where I'm gonna be living. Right here. I think if you've been following me, you know that I'm a real creator. So living in the studio is actually, I guess, one of the best things I can do. I'm gonna always stay on my grind. Got that web series coming. I'm sitting up here working on it right now. Yeah. So, y'all, this is literally all I had. After them people threw all my shit out the apartment, I had my one suitcase and my computer. Oh yeah, and of course my camera because I'm a videographer. So, um, I need to get more equipment for my camera. I need new lenses, and this right here is borrowed. The photographer who I'm renting this stuff from, he left this stuff here for a second. He's gonna let me use it for a shoot, my upcoming shoot. I do have a shoot on the 4th. So yeah, um, things are turning around, man. It's a Canon camera. There's a bathroom down the hall, and there's a gym down the street. So I'm gonna get a gym membership, and I'm gonna be showering over there. Um, it's a start, y'all. It's just something. It's something I could afford. So I was like, let me go ahead and get that. Good morning, Miguel. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful to be here, and I love these views, bro. It's low key inspiring to wake up. Hold on, you can see it better without the lights on. Hold on. This kind of remind me of Georgia a little bit because you get to see the greenery, the trees, and stuff like that. Most of Houston is straight concrete, straight concrete and buildings, and But yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I want to go get some breakfast soon, or maybe lunch. I don't know. I don't know, cause breakfast you be overpaying for breakfast sometimes. Unless you go to McDonald's and use the McDonald's app. I thought I thought you're Fulton for 20 seconds. What up, Tanner? I have a Canon T8i. Let me see what Jonathan's saying. Give me a sec. Oh, damn, I'm off the line. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Text wife.
What would you like to say to wife?
Hey, baby, I'm on live right now. We be talking so loving to each other. Send me the code for your phone. Send me the code. Hold on. Yeah. Damn. Help is loading. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, while me and my brother was at our grandmother's funeral in Atlanta, the landlord went into the unit and trashed everything. The assistant property manager had emailed first, and she was like, "Yeah, we went into the unit and we seen, we think it's abandoned or whatever." And so my brother promptly emailed her back like the next morning and said, "Hey, it's not abandoned. We're in Atlanta right now for our grandmother's funeral. We're still trying to like pay y'all because we already had the rent money, but we didn't have the court fees and the late fees." So they was like, "Yeah, we want the late fees and the court fees too," and that was like already over $500 some odd dollars. Like so, I think it totaled up to like 900 in the end. So we was like, we just got the rent. Can we make an arrangement for the late fees and the court fees? And they was basically like, no. They just basically stopped responding to us. So while we was away burying our grandmother, they went into the unit and took all of our shit out and released the unit before we even got a chance to get back. It was crazy as hell. So everyone was on here talking something, oh, bum, 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 bum. Like, no, we had every intention on paying that rent. We already had the rent money and staying. Because, like, we were too far from home to play bullshit games like that. You feel what I'm saying? We're from Atlanta. We have no family out here in Houston, so we couldn't be out here and just be like, oh, yeah, we just finna see if they kick us out. Like, who got time for that? Do you smell what the rock is cooking? But yeah, anyways, we're filing the police report finally today. I know that seems late, but I just got into a space where I can put my stuff down. The only stuff I have left, y'all, this is it. And I only have this stuff because I took it to Atlanta. So everything that I had, like all my clothes, all the other equipment, all that other stuff that was in the apartment is gone now. So like literally this is all I have. This is all my worldly possessions. But it's okay because at least we have shelter, we have a workspace. So I'm grateful. We have income. I have a job. I have gigs coming up. So like everything's good. Everything's turning around. But we still gonna sue the hell out them motherfuckers because that was just dead ass wrong. That was dead ass wrong. It wasn't even a situation where I could see where the landlord was like, dang, you ain't been paying rent and we've been trying to get in contact with you. It was like, no, we kept saying, hey, here's the rent, here's the rent, here's the rent. We just ain't got no court fees, we ain't got no late fees. Here's the rent though. And you know, shit happens, whatever. Taking 2 steps back. Yeah, God always got us. Big God. Yeah, I was thinking about getting an air mattress. Right now, I just spent all the money I had on the security deposit and phone bill, other little stuff. So next time I get paid or someone bless me with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get an air mattress in here and something to sit on. I don't need too much in here, to be honest. I just want a sofa or a futon. I've been looking at stuff at Walmart. They're like $200-300, and air mattress, a good air mattress, like 100. Um, the lens that I'm trying to get, because I have a gig coming up and that's gonna pay the rent for at least a month or two. So I need a new lens. This is just the one that it came with. All my good lenses, they threw those out. I left them in the apartment. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out what else is there. There really ain't much I need. I just need stuff to work with and something to sit on, something to sleep on, maybe a couple of new clothes. Cause I'm always at work, so I don't need a whole lot of clothes. I can get my own shit in time. Yeah, I have a job. I've been posting, so I went live actually at my job last night. Not get a tent. We can't get, man. Nah, this shit costs too much to be outside with a tent. This ain't no shade to nobody else, but we're not bums. We actually do work and we have degrees and we're like artists trying to pursue a real career. So like we have actual valuable things. That's why I'm like we was definitely trying to pay the rent. We have valuable things. We couldn't afford to replace the stuff that they threw out. What's my favorite song? I have so many, but "One in a Million" by Aaliyah is one of them. Yeah, Lisa, it's crazy. People don't really understand. Like we work hard. We punch clocks, we take gigs, and we still have to work on our other stuff and deal with the blows of life. And it's no 1-2 step process. It's no like, oh, if you do this and do that, then you'll be good. You just don't know. You just gotta keep going though. I have a PlayStation. I'm PlayStation. I'm Team PlayStation. Hate from Uganda. Okay. Well, Uganda, you need some love. Love from America. Please drop a jewel on me. Man, only thing I can say is what helps me is just to stay prayed up. I know that sounds cliche, but keep praying, keep worshiping. God is always sending us signs. He's always sending us help. He's always opened up a door out of no way. So like just stay in. Just stay locked in, you know what I mean? Every day. Every day. Even if you only got 5%, give that 5%. Don't worry about having it all. You have BBC, right? I don't know what BBC is. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Indonesia. I'm good. I'm good. It's been a long 2 months. It's been almost 3 months. So like, out here in the streets. And I do have one friend here in Houston. She let me crash for like a couple of weeks. So I'm very grateful for that. She let me crash around the time I was getting my jobs. So I was able to get some rest and get prepared to start doing those doubles every day. The blessed one. Love you back. Love you back, bro. Yes, sir, Mark. Yeah, God is always the answer. God is always the answer, no matter what we're going through, for real. Walk by faith and not by sight. Appreciate that, Kyle. Yeah, it was surreal when I got off of work last night and I was like, dang, I'm actually catching a bus to somewhere where I have a key and I can actually go lay down and rest. It's like it's the small things, man. Good morning, Joyce. Hunter, yes. I've been home. I was homeless for 2 months, almost 3. Been homeless. Shit. I think I got back to Houston. That was like February 7th or 9th. No, it was like February 9th. What's up, John? Appreciate that. Good morning. Good morning. Shard, good morning. Was that Caracan? Black Evil? Yeah, 2 months, Hunter. 2 months. Y'all really? I'm not going to address that. We're going to keep positive energy. I'm not going to even address that. No, for real. Lisa, shit, when you hit the ground, it's only up from there. The credit thing is the next thing. My brother wants to get back out to Atlanta. Well, get back out here from Atlanta. So right now, I'm telling him like let's hold off on getting an official apartment because right now I'm just living in my art studio, in my photography studio, whatever. I was like, let's hold off on doing that. Let's get our credit together. Let's go ahead and get things prepared to purchase something. I don't care if it's a mobile home. At this point, I don't want to rent. I don't want to be stuck in the cycle of renting, especially as an artist and creator, knowing that, I work in restaurants and then I have to take gigs as a videographer. So our income is always kind of like fluctuating. I want something that I don't have to worry about and that is mine. You know what I mean? I can set some roots. Hunter, it's okay. It's okay. All right, John. Some YouTube guy. I noticed this journey, like people are really just like, I don't know. It's hard to describe them. I'm like, I don't know who raised some of y'all. But like, I'm gonna always get up and try to go for mine. Help is always appreciated, but if I don't get it, it's okay because the ultimate help come from God. As long as He give me my strength and He makes ways for me, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, shout out to Australia. Yep, in Houston. Yeah, Lisa. So, one of my managers at my job, his dad actually owns like a metal yard or something like that too. So that's also an option. Like, people been building homes out of metal. So he already told me like, let me know what you want, let me know what you need. He's gonna work out a deal for me. So if I get a cheap piece of land out here in Texas, I'm seeing some for like 5,500, 65. Me and my brother can just do that. We just go ahead and pay it off, get it going. Thank you, Monica, and good morning. Yeah, Hunter, I think the internet makes it easy for people to talk crazy and to be crazy. I just don't get it. Cause it's like I feel like people don't understand what comes out your mouth ultimately comes back to you, or what comes from your fingers or whatever. What energy you put out is gonna come back to you, even if it's on the internet and the person who you're spewing this negative energy towards can't see you. you're still putting that on you. So I'm learning not to let that affect me so much because it's like that nastiness that you type in, that's really coming back to your life. I bind it and I root it and I set it on you. You feel me? Return to sender. I say, Lisa, um, save 15,000 in a few months. Yeah. When you hit that bottom, like, see, the thing is, when we're in that cycle of like paying bills, you notice that's a lot of money that you just throwing out the window, and your money could actually help you get further ahead and be more stable. So that's the thing I'm thinking about. Like, okay, where's our money going now? Like, I don't want to be caught up in the rent cycle. I don't want to be caught up in like shopping every weekend. Like, oh, I got a check now. Let me go and get the fresh. No, whatever money I get now has to better my future, has to better my life. So everything I get now is it's either going towards equipment or the softwares that I need to edit for my web series and other programs and stuff I'm doing, or to build a house, to become a homeowner. That's it. Good morning, Clint. I appreciate you, Gary. Um, I think Texas is probably seeing a slight increase, but I moved here from Atlanta because I wanted to focus more on my goals and get away from distractions. Because sometimes, like when we're in our familiar environments, it's hard to step outside of whatever routines that the environment is setting for us. So I wanted to go somewhere where I don't have any roots and just like focus, get more intentional about writing my scripts. Because, like I said, I'm working on the web series, and y'all gonna see it here on this channel, and building and growing on YouTube. And I wanted some place that reminded me of home a little bit. I didn't want to go to like New York or LA or anything. I wanted to go somewhere that's like similar to home. And Houston actually has a taste of Atlanta and Orlando, which is like my second home. Dang, Hunter, what? Where you live at? Let's see. I'm in Cali, so everyone here is leaving. The prices aren't. Yeah. I wanted to move to Cali when I was a teenager, though. I'm not gonna lie. That was like one of my biggest goals, to move to LA. And then I ended up getting an apartment downtown Atlanta, where I'm from. And I just stuck it out there and traveled. SMGDH. I don't know what that means, but good morning. Yeah. I love going to New York, though. I love running through New York, Lisa. Um, but I can't see myself living there unless, like, I can't see myself living there at all. I can see myself having a place there once I'm, like, well established and got some wealth on me. Cali is beautiful. I've only been to LA once when I was on Judge Judy. Uh, I was out there for like 2 days, I want to say. I want to go back out and explore it some more. Oh, shaking my goddamn head. Oh, my bad. I've been up there to the Bay. One of my youngest sisters, she lives in Dallas now, but she went to high school in Sacramento. So when she was graduating, I flew from Atlanta to San Francisco because the flights were it was cheaper to fly into San Francisco and then take a drive to Sacramento. So I did get to experience San Francisco for one night. Yeah, Lisa, I think I may post about it later. I still have some clips. I still have some clips. Assalamu alaikum. No, I caught a bus actually. I didn't drive. I caught a bus. But between the flight and the bus ticket, it was still cheaper than flying into Sacramento directly from Atlanta. Actually, that trip is how I discovered Houston. I had a layover coming back from San Francisco back to Atlanta, and I missed my flight. So they put me up in a hotel for a night with a corporate rate. I went out on the town and had a great time. Everyone just kept taking me to different bars and buying me drinks and stuff like that. So I was like, "Damn, this town is lit. It feels homely. It gives a good vibe." So that stuck with me. That was in 2017. And so last year when I was trying to decide where I wanted to move to, Houston was the first thing that popped in my mind. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Houston. And that was from years ago. That was like 2017. How many years has that been? That's been 8 years now. So yeah, 8 summers ago almost. So here I am in Houston. No, I have godchildren and a niece and a nephew. I don't have any children yet. I do want to create some children, but once I get settled, obviously. My brother has talked about living in Arizona. That's crazy. Now I had my iPad. Someone stole my phone, like, cause I was asleep at a bus stop. It's been crazy, y'all. I was asleep at a bus stop, and I woke up, my phone gone. So for hours, I was like just running around trying to figure out what's going on, and I had a spare phone, like a backup phone that I used years ago. So I went to, I think I went to Walmart. Yeah, I went to Walmart and got the screen fixed so I can get in there and track the phone down. Someone sold it into this thing called an Eco ATM. So now my phone, my old phone with all my footage, is sitting in a damn Eco ATM. I'm ready. I'm waiting for them to send it back to me. Yeah, that's probably like the roughest part about this whole homeless shit. Is someone stealing my phone, and that just happened like last week. So when I went into that shop to get my old phone fixed, like just so I can log in to all of my stuff, I ended up getting my iPad fixed, and my iPad was down for years. My iPad was like cracked, and I've just been like just carrying it around. Yeah, I can get my phone back, but someone has to go to the machine and get the phones out, and they have not done that yet. So that's gonna be a call I make today. I'm in Mini Prairie. What is that? Where is that? I have a guess, but I don't wanna. Yes, Gabrielle. What's up, Uncle Dream? What's up? What's up? What's up? You take some chocolate and some lobster. Okay. I'm from Atlanta. Japanese. Okay, cool. What city are you from? All right, Lisa. Have a great day at work. Keep the positive energy on you. Oh, by the way, I need to follow up with this other guy. As soon as I got here to go view this studio, there's a gig that just like fell into my lap. I was downstairs ordering a chorizo because they have like a little cafe downstairs, and this guy, him and his father, they go have conventions about wealth and how to buy corporations and what to do with them and stuff like that. So he was like, yeah, he's seen my work and he was like, yeah, we need a videographer. And I was like, I'm down. So things are just happening. And today I'm going to an event and that may turn into some work later too. So yeah, God is moving. My name is Seth. What's yours? Kel. Now I feel that I'm trying to actually work on. I used to speak German growing up, so I'm trying to get back into that. One of my sisters, well, actually, two of my sisters and one of my brothers are German. So I'm finna start talking, it was speaking German to them again. We'll have them speak German to me. And I'm trying to work on my Spanish and my Portuguese as well. Because I am planning on going to South America this year. Watch brother's forehead so big. Man, Harold Smith, that's why. Harold Smith, he's to blame for my forehead. Appreciate that, Gabrielle. Everything, I feel like God always works. Like, I have really, really big goals and big dreams. So, a little homelessness was not going to stop me. It was kind of like just building my characters. Like, I'm just going to show God, like, nah, I really want this. I'm going to stand 10 toes down. It's been a long 2 months, but I've just been here working, staying focused. And that's all I could do. I'm ready for a drink though. It's been a whole year almost since I had a drink. I'm ready for a drink just to celebrate and to just like unwind. Um, Hunter, anything you can spare. I'm not gonna put a certain amount on it. Anything that's on your heart that you can spare and send to me, it'll be much appreciated. Whatever you want, whatever's on your heart to give. Oh, that's what's up. My stepmom is actually German. My dad, he lived in Germany for a lot of years because he was in the military out there. So that's why I have like a German stepmom and German siblings. But that's another thing I want to do on this channel. When I go visit my sister in Berlin, I want to be able to take y'all to Germany and just like show y'all around. So hopefully the channel continues to grow and y'all can really see how creative me and my family are, because my sister is an architect, my brother is an animator. One of my other brothers, he's an artist, a producer. He's creating a clothing line. My sister, she draws, sings. She's a nail tech. I'm gonna post some of our content on there, me and my sister, because she actually did my nails on live one day. Bro, dream about cotton. Whew. Mm. with all things, is it Harpreet Sangra? With all things, pray. I can't give you. Uh, I'm still grieving. I'm still dealing with things day by day. Sometimes it just hits me out of nowhere. Like, damn, I can't call my grandma no more. Damn, I can't see her no more. You know what I mean? And it's a day by day. You gotta take it day by day. And whatever you have that's inside of you, whatever gift you have inside of you, I say lock in some more on it just to keep your focus, because like life is gonna keep on having things to grieve about. So my condolences goes out to you for sure. Yeah, it's a day by day thing. I can't even say I've even sat down and really let it all out. I haven't really had time, because as soon as I got back here, it was like a fight. I said, my girlfriend wanted to go to Mexico. How do I explain to my girlfriend to make her not want to go? I mean, why do you not want to go? Now he need to prove he's not Tyrone. Yeah, I think I might have proved that. 10,000. 10,000 would change my life. I know a whole lot to do with 10,000. Look. I don't even need the millions. Like, you just give me a little bit of that. I'm good. Just say chill, they, them. What's up? What's up? Good morning. I appreciate you, Hunter. Anything you do, I appreciate it. God has already forgiven Kanye. That brother is like, he's just going through some things. I think the thing is, people don't know how to be empathetic or compassionate no more. I feel like the internet has really screwed up a lot of people's mental. Like, people really do go through some stuff. People really have trauma. People really need help. And it's not for us to judge. It's not for us to say like, "Oh, you should have did this. You should." It's not for us to say. Everyone has their own journey. So we just have to be loving towards each other, and we have to follow the example of Jesus. There's so many people that say they believe in God, they believe in Jesus, but they do not follow the example of Jesus. Jesus was the most loving individual, the most non-judgmental individual, the most caring individual, the most healing individual there was. But a lot of people do not follow the example of Jesus. They don't. So when you judging people, you're not following Jesus. So you can't say you're a Christian, or you can't say you believe in God if you don't follow the example that was set. That's what I believe. Some of y'all are following religious examples. Religious. Hold on, let me see. I ain't gonna try to get too deep on y'all. Nah, I stopped following Jesus when I found out he wasn't white. Y'all crazy. Jesus don't claim you. For the Bible tells me so. That was weak. Yeah, that was weak. But Jesus loves me, and I love Jesus. By that merit, we should have empathy for a certain German guy. Then you talking about Hitler? It's so crazy because the Berlin Wall actually went through my sister's grandmother's yard. My sister that lives in Berlin. I mean, you don't know what Hitler went through either. You don't. I'm not saying like give people a pass for what they do. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is you don't have no hell or heaven to put nobody in. If you don't have a hell or a heaven to put nobody in, then chill. That's all I'm saying. At the most, chill. You don't have to have nothing for nobody. But if you can't put them in heaven or hell, chill. Jesus Christ, King of all kings, amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yes, yes, yes. You're good, fine. How you being homeless? How was I homeless? Is that what you're asking me? Tyrone Washington, today is not the day for you, buddy. Dang, did I miss something? Good morning, Katrina. Jay Lee. Is that a worm? Oh, okay, Tyrone. I already said that. Jesus knows sometimes you gotta slap a hoe with love. Praise Jesus. Yeah, I was like, there is a Tyrone in the chat. It was like, you better call Tyrone. One nation under blackmail. One nation under capitalism. That's what this is. Like being homeless, that showed me how bad this nation is for real. Cause people really do treat you like a motherfucking rat on the street if you homeless. They don't, and it's not for like I'm gonna say this again, it's not for us to judge nobody else under no circumstance. Like you don't know what circumstances led this person to being homeless. You don't know if it's a mental issue. You don't know if they lost their entire families and they couldn't cope. You don't know if it was drugs. You don't know if it was like someone robbed them. You just don't know. But you can have compassion for people. You can have empathy for people. And I've seen a lot of disgusting ass people while I was out here. A lot of people just like treating people the wrong way, treating me the wrong way. And I'm just like, dang, bro. Like, I'm not, I don't know. It's wild. But we go through things to grow and we go through things for our purpose. So I believe that I'm supposed to help people who are less fortunate. I always known that, but going through something yourself, actually being in other people's shoes, it teaches you something different. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's one thing to see people go through stuff, but when you go through the same things that they went through, you're like, oh yeah, okay. Appreciate that, Alexandros. That's what I'm asking you. Milk Dud looking at boy. That's crazy. I mean, my forehead too big because I'm not bald. Maybe the wheel pill. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, man, stuff happens. Like my mom said, like, I can come home back to Atlanta, but the whole purpose coming out here was to make a difference in my life and my brother's life and like to grow and start doing things in media, eventually get into real estate development. It was to start a new life. to get a breath of fresh air to, you know what I mean, shake the dirt off. But so I was like, let me just stick it out. I'll just stick it out. What's up? I want to say a ways. Yeah, my brother was out here. But he stayed in Atlanta. When I got out here and I discovered that they had threw all of our stuff out the apartment, I told him just to stay in Atlanta until we can figure something out because there was no point in him coming out here and we both homeless because that would have been crazy. That would have been too much for me because then I'll be on the street and then I'm worried about my brother every day. That would have been too much. Worry about his mental and how he's dealing. I do not know how to tie a noose. One day I might learn. Right. So I was like, at least my brother is back home with family. You know what I mean? He's in a home. He's gonna eat. He's still making income. So we're good. Even this whole time, we've still been working, still been pulling in income, doing what we need to do. Yeah, I need. Today is a beautiful day. It's like I'm sitting in here and I'm like, I know I'm not outside no more. I know I can go ahead and get back to my mission with my videography. Like I said, I'm a videographer and get back to the web series. But part of me is still holding my breath because I'm like, dang, I really been outside sleeping at bus stops and on trains. Every morning on the train here, there's like this fare inspector. And she would get on there and she would just be harassing people. Let me see a fare. Let me see a fare. I remember one day she came up on me and I had purchased the fare through the app or whatever. And I was showing her like, hey, I purchased it. And she said, oh, you didn't tap this. And I'm like, but there was nothing to scan it. So she was like, oh, it don't matter. You needed to tap it. And she wrote me a $75 ticket, even though she seen that I had purchased the fare. Shit really crazy out here. And then they'll, like the bus drivers will scream at you when you get to the end of the line. Hey, it's the end of the line. Get off the bus. One bus driver, I had to tell her, I was like, there's a couple bus drivers. One, I was like, yo, you can use your inside voice. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to be rude to people. Yo, you know what's down the road? What you mean? Like, are we talking about like in life or Thanos? Good morning. Cinemats, bless you, bro. No, I do not know XX. No, we suing for real. Today, I'm going ahead and file the police report. I probably should have been did that, but my mind was on get stable before going to sue somebody because like you actually have to sit down and talk to lawyers. It's not as easy to get a tenant lawyer as well because I've gone to what is it Texas Southern University. I've gone to whatever law school it is out here downtown, um, Texas Southern Law, something like that. I've gone to all the little places to try to get some help with a lawyer, and they said they don't have the resources to deal with those type of cases. And then it's a lot of lawyers here that just don't deal with them without payment. There was this one lawyer that's like, she'll talk to me for 30 minutes for $65 or something like that. And I'm like, damn, I'm homeless. I don't have $65 to talk to you for 30 minutes, like, and I'm sleeping outside. That just don't make any sense. Like, And that's not even to say if you will take the case. It's one thing if I knew that $65 you're taking the case and you're reviewing the facts and you're gonna start filing motions and things on my behalf. But it's like I'm sleeping outside. So like if I give you, to me, in math we learn anything over 5 is pushing towards the next number. So if I give you close to $100 because we done past 50, then I need to know like you're working on my behalf. You feel me? Do you have water in your country? Hmm. That's good stuff, my boy. Cindy Mats, that's really, really good. And God is always good. Always. Yeah, I didn't understand that question either, Hunter. Yeah. That was a couple nights out here when I first, like my first week or two homeless. It was like 30 and 20 degrees outside, bro. That shit was crazy. When I tell you my fingers was messed up for weeks, like I would lose feeling in my fingertips because I was outside in 20 and 30-degree weather for hours. That was not the move. I think that was probably like the worst part was the cold ass weather. Appreciate that, A. Smith. God bless you too, bro. Yes. I was homeless from the beginning of February up until like yesterday. So from February to April, almost May. Do you know what grits is? Of course, I'm from the South. Of course. Yeah, Cali had it bad, to say the absolute least. Alan, I'm in good spirits. I am hopeful. I am thankful and grateful for today. That's how I am. What's up, Maximilian? What's up? What's up? Lee, I don't actually have a wife. That was actually one of my friends. We're just, me and my friends are very like loving towards each other like that. Family, God bless. And yeah, my mom wanted me to come back home, but I was like, I'm trying to build a life in Houston. I'm trying to do new things. So I'm just like, I'll just tough it out. If I got to sleep on the streets and work a couple of jobs, that's what I do. And that's what I did. I'm from Atlanta. From Atlanta, Georgia. Now you good, Shinja. I just didn't understand it. Exactly. And the apartments in Houston, $750 a month. It's some, but that little hood, that little sketchy. Houston is actually still very reasonable as far as the prices go. That's one of the reasons why we picked the city, and that's why I was like, yeah, we definitely trying to pay the rent. We just didn't have court fees and late fees. That's all it was. That's literally all it was. So people was like, "Oh, you squatting? You squatting?" Like, no, bro, we're not squatting. We got these people money. They're just not taking it. All right, Hunter, you too. And appreciate that. You good, Shinja? You good? Can you shout out my Sonicer? Definitely trying to get all bills paid. What up, Lonnie? What's good? What's good? What's good? Oh, what? Mm, how does it feel being a munch, Captain Crunch? I'm sorry. Oh man, I got to talk shit. Yeah, man, life get hard, but it don't stay that way. You just gotta, keep on pushing. That's all it is. It get hard, it get good, and it get hard again, it get great again. Sky for Gorilla. Y'all better not be trolling me, boy. Don't troll me, boy. Right. That was crazy too. It was like there's so many people that commented crazy things about me being homeless. That's like, oh, you should have paid your bills, and this is a clown situation. And oh, see, there go another crazy one. Real men go and get a job. I wait. Maybe he's not talking crazy because I got a job. So maybe he's not talking crazy. Maybe he's not talking crazy to me. I don't know. But life does get hard for people. Life gets hard. Shit happens. You can be the most prepared person. You can be the person who got everything laid out, your finances together, and then still something can happen and knock you off your pivot. You just never know what happens. So that's why I feel like if real adults, they know that shit happens no matter what. Whether you're the most responsible person or whether you're irresponsible, shit happens to everyone. You cannot live this life without shit happening to you. You can't. Exactly, Jay. Exactly. So that's another reason why you should never judge nobody, because like you putting that hateful ass energy out there, you don't know what kind of karma you're inviting into your life. So that's why when I see someone doing bad, I never judge them. I never speak no negative shit on them, talking about, oh, that's your fault. Oh, you should. That's not for me to say. It's not for me to say. It's not for me to say. And I don't want to speak no ill shit into my life by talking on someone else. Because you got to be careful who you put your mouth on and what you say, what comes out your mouth. Got to be careful about that. It'll come back on you. Yep, you can get sick, have an accident. Anything can go on. Anything can go on. Anything can happen. You can get laid off. Like there was so many people that's been laid off in, back in 2008, lost their homes. These people were responsible, paying their bills on time, going to work on time, and still ended up losing their homes. Shit happens to everybody. So, like, to jump online and just tell people, like, just assume that people are not handling their business, to assume that you know that person's character and what they got going on, it's kind of crazy. It's like you really have a mental defect, kind of like the Captain Crunch guy, old munching ass nigga. Yeah, I do believe that people do reap what they sow. Giving criticism is one of the best things you can do. No, it's not. Now, how you gonna sit up here and say you got God and speaking the things that you're speaking in this chat? I was just talking about people like you earlier. Y'all follow everything but the example of God, everything but the example of Jesus. And I didn't come to you with the energy. You came to this page. Note that. Note that. So you can go ahead and go about today if you want to. No, I'm from Atlanta. We finna just go ahead and remove Cap and Crunch because we don't need this negative ass in the chat. So let me go ahead and put that user in timeout. Spank that little baby to sleep. Yeah, I ain't got time for that. No, I'm from Atlanta. What do you call a chicken that's slow? I don't know. Yeah, I'm in Houston right now. I actually need to block him. I'm sorry, blocking people too. Hold on. Because I don't even want you to come back to my channel. The only thing I want is good energy on here. I don't need nobody on here trolling me and just talking shit, like random people talking shit. I'm over that. I work too hard. I go through too much to sit up and deal with that. We ain't doing that. Find you some other way to be entertained. It's almost lunch hour. But yeah, it's 9:28 here, but the restaurant starts serving lunch at like 10:30, like Chick-fil-A and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. Australia. Mm. I'm a dishwasher at an Italian restaurant, and I do videography. I have one gig for sure coming up. I already got a deposit on that. That's what helped me get into this place, and I work at a restaurant. So that's what I do: videography and restaurant jobs. I got some videos on the channel of me at work. And I think, yeah, that live I did last night at work, that's on here too. I be trying not to do videos at work because I don't want to get into no trouble because I need my money. So I want people, you know what I mean? Yeah. You just got to do what you got to do. Yeah, my next gig is going to be able to, my next videography gig is going to be able to pay my rent for almost 2 months. So I'm really, really grateful for that. I work hard. Like, I haven't posted a lot of my videography stuff on here yet, but I work hard. Appreciate that, Transitional Threads. Wait, rent in Australia is crazy? In Houston, it's fairly balanced. It's a good balance. I'm not going to cap. It's a good balance. If you have a decent job, you can live here and be okay. $700 a week. Anything helps for real. I just moved into this studio. This is where I'll be working on my animated web series. So I need a air mattress, food, or anything helps. Anything helps because I lost everything in the apartment besides my luggage and what I came with. So I still got my computer, of course. I'm actually working on the project now. Hold on, let me see. The softwares they cost. I already paid for my subscriptions for that for the programs I use, but anything helps. Anything helps. I'm trying to get new equipment, new furniture, some new clothes. So whatever you can spare. This is alive. Dang, I don't bent my No, I didn't. Maybe that cord's just funny. Okay, email it to me. My email is in the bio. So you don't have to give it in the chat. I've never heard of Updog. So I can't really say. Yeah, you can definitely pay a mortgage with that. You can become an investor with that. Is this talk alive? Oh, all right. Take my email. J as in Jack. D as in David. S as in Sam. F as in Frank. 9024 at gmail.com. Hold on. So write it down. Hold on 1 second. Do I have? Hold on, I don't even have a pencil or a pen. Normally I do have one. That's kind of wild, man. Yeah, but my email is jdsf9024 at gmail.com. What's up, Rory saying? I got a whole event I gotta get ready for today. I'm hoping that can bring some more video work. I'm finna go there and just network and do some shots and show them what I do. You know what I mean? Well, the guy who's hosting it, he already knows. But I want him to see how I can help him, if that makes sense. Do I got threads? I do. No, actually I don't. That's one thing I meant to download. I could. Yeah. I was thinking about going to this place called the Beacon. But I was going there for like legal help, like trying to go ahead and take action against the apartment complex. Houston, Houston. So far, it's a decent place to stay. I'll say that. It's very diverse. That's one thing I love about it because like you have different types of people. You will have obviously the Spanish population, black, white, Middle Eastern, Asian. So I love being around different groups of people and different cultures. I think I love that about Houston the most, and it has a very homely feel to it. Yeah, I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna check Goodwill out for sure. So I need all new clothes because like I literally only have what's on my back and what's in that bag. That's it. That's all I have. Hold on a second. I'm finna text you. I just messaged you back. How do you call a beauty door adorable? Oh yeah, yeah. We strongly believe in God. Faith never wavers. Never wavers. Sorry, y'all. I get tired sometimes. Dad jokes. I like dad jokes. It's cool. I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't been getting a whole lot of rest, obviously, in the last couple months. So my energy is always kind of like a little limited. All things, all things through Christ who strengthens me. Uh, Ground beef. Hold on. That's a good one. That's funny. I had to screenshot that one. Still no idea. Still no idea. Right. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Let me see. I gotta explore. this thing more. Well, good night, good night, good night. And I appreciate you for tuning in, Jay. And appreciate the well wishes. I'm about to get ready to get off here myself because, like I said, I am working on a web series. And I want to start giving you guys, I guess, a little preview of it. I'm probably going to post it in the shorts. Appreciate that, Jay. But yeah, I'm probably going to post it in the shorts. Now, keep in mind, it's an animated series. So basically, I'm going to be showcasing what I've been going through during this journey before I got here, and it's going to be some actual scripted content that I've been working on for a while. Yeah, hey. When I got back here to Houston, my Uber driver was telling me, he said, you got to watch your back or you're going to be homeless out here. And I didn't know she was speaking directly to my situation. She dropped me off and I was actually homeless. That shit was crazy. That was crazy. I mean, can't make this up. Let me download that. Hello, I'm new here. What are you doing on your channel, sir? So lately I just been posting my current journey, like showcasing how I'm working my way from being homeless to getting back on my feet. But I'm about to premiere a web series, so that's what I'm about. The web series is gonna be more detailed about what I've been going through and how I got here, and also, like I said, just good old scripted content that I've been working on already. Dang, you need to sue that insurance company, Bruce. No, the apartment complex threw all of our stuff away, so never got it back. Not gonna get it back. Oh my god, my back. Whew. Yeah. I might go ahead and get off here and get the day started. And I'll talk to y'all later.